2022 setting the highest record for construction spending, I think, ever. New numbers in February showing $982 billion were spent on non-residential building. That's 17% higher than a year ago, according to the Census Bureau. But it's so hard for crews to keep up with ongoing delays, mostly due to that shortage of workers. Mark Whitson, president of DPR Construction, is with me right now. You build healthcare mission projects, the Utah Data Center, one of your largest, most technical projects. But I don't even want to get started on the list of projects. I want to get right into this because, Mark, your company, like all companies, doing well. But how are you impacted? How is it like a double-edged sword right now for construction?
Yeah, I mean, you're right. It is a double-edged sword. It is. We are doing well. We've been fortunate to have a great backlog that runs through 2026, and as DPR, but as the industry, the jobs report just showed, strong growth in the jobs market. But there's more work out there than currently workers available, for sure.
What are you doing? Are you turning work down? Are you having to pass it on to your friends who have other construction companies in terms of the number of projects that are coming your way?
We haven't had to really turn projects down per se. We've really been focused, though, and pretty selective, partnering with the right customers and really choosing to not overcommit. I think that's one of the things that the construction industry learned in the 2008, 2009 kind of economic downturn, is that when you overcommit, there's bad results. And so we're really trying to be focused on our key customers and really only commit to those projects that we have the resources to be able to execute.
And so what are you doing in terms of getting crew to come to you and actually work? Because without the right journeymen, without the right, construction crews, you just can't do it. You still need people. Yeah. You can't do it all with AI and robots.
Yeah, there's no doubt. I mean, we're trying to get creative. We're trying to broaden the pool of candidates that want to come in both to the skilled trades as well as into the professional admin staff. We're doing that. We've got a focused team on that here at DPR, but we're also partnered with several other general contractors and owners in the industry to change the conversation around what it means to be a skilled trade and change that stereotype. One of the ways we're doing that is through a Construction Inclusion Week that is in October. It's the third annual. We did this last year. More than 2,300 partner companies there participating, creating all kinds of diverse opportunities and visibility to the construction industry.
That's fabulous. Construction Inclusion Week. So somebody watching right now, if they're out of work or if they had a life in construction, perhaps might go there and find a job. So in terms of these statistics, more than 800,000 manufacturing jobs have been added in the past 2 years. Nearly another million are needed. That's insane. What caused this shift?
Well, I think it's not really been a shift. It's been something that's been ongoing for a while. The available workforce for the available jobs in the construction industry has been at a deficit for a long time. And I think that we've got to do more to bring people in, train people, make the industry more attractive for more folks than previously.
Mark, I have a question, and I don't want to throw you off, and you can say no comment, okay? I don't want to politicize this, but I was just thinking about solutions because we have a labor shortage in this country, and then we have this influx of people who should not be in this country, considering that they have a legal status or they're waiting their asylum appointment. And there are a lot of people who have come from other countries who work in the United States on construction crews. That's not new. I know you can't pay people if they don't have a legal working document, but would there be any creative way where you could actually put some of the people who've come across the country, across the border to work in exchange for, say, housing or food?
Honestly, that's one thing that we got to work with the government to try to figure out. I mean, comprehensive immigration reform is something that we believe, regardless of your political affiliation, people really desire and are looking for. And I think that's something that together, but partnered with both public and the government and private entities, we can really change that conversation. It's interesting. There's a lot of other industries that have the opportunity, like the food industry or the agricultural industry, to support legal workers in the U.S., but construction industry doesn't have that same ability. And so I think working with our government to help change that.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.